We've been talking about the fact that we send information out, and you'll be thinking, yes, but how do I get it? So we have a couple of systems in Cairns that we use to get information to you, but they will be in English. So if you're not a very competent or current English speaker, it can make information for you a bit more challenging. And what we really suggest that you do is to find someone else that you know who does speak English that can help you understand instructions if you're stuck. Now, if it's not a cyclone or something that's coming in a hurry, you'll still be able to contact people at the Student Hub, or you'll be able to contact us, and you can use the interpreting service, TIS, to talk to us at the Disaster Coordination Centre if you ever need to. And we can always help with inquiries that way. But we will be very busy sending information out using SMS, emails. We have information on the radio, and there will be information on the TV, and also, of course, on the council website. ABC Far North is our local major emergency contact information radio station, and they will broadcast some messages in different languages if we're having a major emergency. So those languages are things like Nepali, Hmong, Burmese, the less commonly spoken languages for some people in Cairns. But again, if you're stuck and you don't know what to do, either find someone you know who speaks English, or you can contact us using TIS. So when you're getting this information, you really need to watch that it's coming from something that's got the word Cairns in it, because you might start receiving information from lots of different sources, but you need to look at stuff that's coming from Cairns, because that is literally coming from us here at the Coordination Centre. So if you're receiving messages from friends on Facebook or from other parts of the world or parts of the country, it might be wrong. It might not be that they're seeing information from Cairns. Even if it comes from other places in Queensland, you need to make sure you're looking for the word Cairns in that information. So as I mentioned, we've got two ways of doing this. There's a system called the emergency alert that will come to every phone in the area affected automatically. And the number that you will receive that message from is the one that you're seeing on the screen here. So it's a 0 and 9 4s. It looks a bit odd, but that is the right number. And it will start with the words emergency, emergency. It might only have one emergency, but it will definitely start with the word emergency. And if you receive a voice message as well, it will say emergency, emergency. So you know if you're getting that message, something bad is happening. Now, it might not be a cyclone or a flood. It could be an earthquake or a tsunami.
But how do I know that they can access my phone number?
So this is the only number dedicated to emergency alert across Australia. You don't need to subscribe to it. Yep, it will reach. So we request Brisbane to send a specific message for areas of Cairns, and it just reaches every phone in that area automatically.
Oh, interesting.
It works really well. It's used extensively around Australia already. Bushfire is a really good example of where emergency alert is used. The only problem with it is that everybody in Queensland uses the same system. So if somebody else is having a bad problem with a cyclone and they ask to have a message sent, and they get in before we ask to have a message sent, they'll get priority. So the message will be sent, but sometimes it takes a while. We have a secondary service called Cairns Alert, and I'll show you how to sign up for that shortly, which is also free, but you need to subscribe to the service. The benefit of that is we send the message from here, so it will get to you more quickly, but you do need to subscribe to it to get the messages. So I'll show you how to do that shortly. So you need to make sure you're signed up for that too, Danny.
Yes, of course, because, nowadays with too many spams, if I get a message to say emergency, I may not believe it that is true,
Yeah. You'll know when you see that number, that weird looking number, that it's something different. When we send you a Cairns alert message, it will also say Cairns alert, so you'll know that the message is coming from a proper source, not just, you know, something random that somebody's sending you. We can also help you with cyclone brochures in 10 different languages. So if people have a specific interest in those, they are online, and I'll show you how to access those. But we also have hard copies, Danny, if you need any down at the hub.
I have some here.
Great, okay. And again, you know, if you don't know what to do, use TIS to phone us at the coordination centre, and I've included the number there. Yeah, we'll find a friend who speaks English. If you're not sure what to do, it's fine to call us here. You won't get into trouble for phoning us. Nobody will bother you about it. We would much rather that you talk to us and we could help you early on in the event than something happens and you don't know how to get help and then we can't help you later on. So it's all fine. You know, don't wait if you're not sure what to do. It's more important for you to be safe. This is our Cairns disaster dashboard. So this is our online 24/7 emergency information site. And to sign up to Cairns Alert, it's this big red button here on the right-hand side. So all you do is click on that button online and you will receive some instructions about what is your email address, what's your phone number. And once you've signed up to that, you'll be able to receive our local Cairns Alert messages as well. It's all free, there's no obligation, and you won't hear from us otherwise. So you might never get an alert. We only use it in really severe circumstances. So yes, cyclone coming, if there's big rain happening, all those sorts of things. There will also be information on the radio and elsewhere on our website. And we will email people like Study Cairns and the Student Hub to let them know that something big is happening as well. So I keep a big list of all these different support organisations and service providers in Cairns. And as soon as we think something major is happening, we will send an email to all of those people as well. So there are lots of ways for you to find out. And you will get warning messages through emergency alert and so on mobile phones. And if you're somewhere that has a landline, one of those old-fashioned phones at home, a message will come through that system as well. So it is really important for you to know if you're living in one of these coloured zones for storm surges, or being aware that if you're living in a low-lying area and you're in a storm surge zone, you're probably in an area that can get flooded as well.